Hey everyone, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. My name is Boom Shaka and I'm an INFJ, and so I've been sharing for the past few days stuff about INFJs. INFJs, how they behave, how they think, what do they look at relationships like, how do they deal with their bodies, blah blah, right? And so I hope that you've been finding it useful, and if you're an INFJ yourself, or you found my videos useful because you're dating an INFJ, let me know in the comments below, like, what did you find useful or what do you want to hear more about? I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you're an ENTP looking for an INFJ, then I feel for you. There's a lot of ENTPs who message me and say, where do I find the INFJs? In the libraries, in the coffee shops, in places where it's quiet, where they can sit and read or people watch or do their own thing without being disturbed. We hate it when people come and ask us over and over again, are you alright? Do you need anything? No, don't ask me. I'm fine. I'm an adult. I can ask you if I need anything. Don't talk to me. I know, we're horrible people. But one of the things that INFJs have is that, like most people, we're like a mass of contradictions. Obviously, every person on this planet, we go in so many different directions. For some reason, though, INFJs are even more contradictory and filled with contradictions than most people that I know. A lot of people will know in a lot of ways that this is how they are, and in some ways they're a little bit contradictory. But in INFJs, I feel like we're completely contradictory in every single matter that we can think of. For example, we think of ourselves as easygoing, and we think that we don't get affected by all these random things, but we do, and we actually think and overthink and overanalyze everything. We're always thinking about everything. We're always wondering if we did the right thing. We're always wondering, did I say the right thing? Should I not have said that? Should I do this instead? Did I make the right decision? And so we come off on the outside as cool, I think, and as not caring because we seem very cold, but on the inside we're really, really warm people, and we're also really caring. The reason we don't have to show it, or the reason we don't show it, is because we need to be careful, really careful with our energy, and it's a defense mechanism for us, because if we show you that we care, that means that you can use it against us, perhaps by asking us to show that we care, or asking us for things that we can't give to you, or asking us to give too much of ourselves to you, which has happened to me so many times. Because people don't have any boundaries in that regard, because we don't have any boundaries in general. I've built my boundaries now because I'm much older as an INFJ, and I've kind of been analyzing myself for so long. But a lot of times when I was younger, I would just give and give and give and give and not receive anything in return, but not be able to take the time to replenish myself, and then I would exhaust myself and burn out. The only good thing about my body is that it has a lot of energy. I'm very, very fiery. So I have a lot of energy, so I can go for much longer, and I can give a lot before I burn out. But it doesn't mean that's a good thing, because I'm borrowing from the energy bank, and we don't want to do that, right? We're basically borrowing from the future self. And so INFJs, again, as I said, they're very contradictory. Some things, in some reasons, some ways in which I'm very contradictory is I love being in a relationship, and I hate being in a relationship. I know, it's really weird, right? So I love being in a relationship because it's so nice to be with a person and to have someone that cares about you, blah, 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 all that relationship stuff. But I hate being in a relationship because it's so freaking tiring. I dislike being with one person for a long time, even though they might be an NTP and I love them to death, blah, blah, blah. It does not matter. I don't want to be around people all the time. I want to have my own space. But when I'm in a relationship, I have this tendency to kind of overgive and overspend time with them and just become a person that just becomes so clingy and possessive and jealous. And I hate who I become in a relationship, so I hate being in a relationship as well. And so these are the two contradictory things that are kind of pulling me all the time. Same thing with having kids and not having kids. I love children. They're so cute and they're so smart. And I watch my friends' children, kids, doing all these amazing things, so talented and so smart and learning at such a rapid rate that I'm like, oh, I want one of those. I know, it's not like a puppy or anything, but I want one of those so I can develop their mind, and I can teach them yoga, and I can teach them how to meditate and teach them about this world and how they can live best in it and all that stuff. Like, so I have those thoughts, and then I'll notice them running around like a crazy person, or I'll notice them screaming or yelling or crying or whatever it might be, and I'm like, thank God I don't have a child. Thank you, Lord. The fact that I don't have one, I'm so grateful for that, right? Again, another contradiction that pulls me back and forth all the time. One day I'll be thinking, oh, it'd be nice to have a child. The next day I'm thinking, no, never in a million years do I want a child, right? So another contradiction. Relationships, babies, the way that I want to live my life. I am filled with contradiction because I love my family, want to spend time with them all the time, be around them. And then I don't want to be around them at all because they tire me out, because they take a lot out of me, and so I'm in a different country because of it, right? Partly. So again, another contradiction. So as I said, INFJs are completely filled with these random contradictions. And if you look at yourself as well, and you analyze your own personality and the way you look at the world, you'll notice that you are a mass of contradictions yourself. Does that mean that it's a bad thing or a good thing? It doesn't really matter, because the point of it is that what INFJs are great at is very great at holding these opposing views at the same time in our mind, and being all right with holding those two opposing views. It's totally fine with me. I know that I have opposing views on each of these subject matters. I know that I think I love relationships and I hate relationships. I know I love babies and I hate babies. So I know I have these contradictory views on the same subject matter, but I'm fine with it because INFJs can hold two contradictory views in their head and be totally fine with it. That's the reason people like us, because we can be whoever you want us to be around you. We're chameleons. I've done a video on that in the past. And we are chameleons. We can be and we are whoever you need us to be in that moment. If you're really extroverted and you're having a great day and you want us to be pumped up, we'll be pumped up for you. If you're having a sad day because you just broke up with someone and you really, really need us to be there for you and be a counselor, we'll be there for you in that manner. If you are puking your guts out on the street and you need us to hold your hair, we'll be doing that for you. Whatever you need us to do, we will be there for you in exactly the way that you need. And that's why people want to hang out with us and want to be around us. INFJs are labeled as really charming people. I don't know how charming we are, but the only reason we are charming, if we are, is because we are chameleons. And people like people who are able to do that for them, right? I've talked about this in the previous video, so check that out if you want more detail on that. But I want to bring it back to the contradiction view. A lot of times, in the past, I would look at myself and people would look at me and say, you don't know your own mind. You don't know what you want. You want this one day, you want that one day. Like, you're always changing your mind. And I've had people break up with me because of that, because they're like, you're not consistent. You're always changing your mind. That's another reason why I like being alone, is because I can have these contradictory views and no one's going to say that you're wrong. Why is it wrong to have these contradictory views? I know what I'm doing in my life. I know where my life is going. I know that I'm doing these videos, I'm writing, blah, 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 blah. But I know that this world is not black and white. We don't live in a black and white world. We don't live in a world where everything is just separated into two parts, and we either at one camp or another. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. We live in worlds of gray. We live in shades of gray. And INFJs are able to do that because we live in shades of gray every single moment of our life. We are a mass of grays. We are a mass of contradictions. We are a mass of not knowing, is this the way I want to go? Is that the way I want to go? I don't know. Do I? Blah, blah. We're always thinking over things all the time. Last year, I might have had this opinion on something. This year, I'm going to have a completely different opinion on the same thing. Next year, I'll have the same other opinion as I did the year before. And that's totally fine with me because I'm always changing back and forth depending on the circumstance. It doesn't mean that I am not consistent. It just means that I'm able to be flexible. We're very flexible in that regard. Too flexible sometimes, maybe. But that's how we look at the world. We don't want to put ourselves into a tiny box like that. If I have to really decide on one view and stick with it for the rest of my life, I would find that really suffocating. I would find it to be really restrictive. I don't want that. I don't want to be in a situation like that. I want the freedom to be able to choose my emotions and my thinking and my patterns depending on the moment and depending on the situation that I'm in, because every situation is going to dictate a different kind of reaction, a different kind of response. That's how I want to live my life. That's the reason when I worked in the corporate world, it was really hard for me because the corporate world is very black and white. Either you were here or there. And I could not be here or there. I was right in the middle somewhere, or either in one camp or the other, depending on the day. And it was really difficult for me because I couldn't explain to them why, but I knew that today we had to go this way, but tomorrow we might have to go another way. right? And so I don't have to explain it, but that's the way it is. That's how the world works, right? The world changes so freaking rapidly that INFJs know that if we want to be in this world, if we want to be successful, or if we want to be able to engage all of the different things that are going on, we need to keep an open mind to whatever is going on in this world. So today, I might love doing whatever I'm doing. Tomorrow, I might be like, well, I don't think it's useful anymore because it's not resulting in the same kind of result. Maybe I should do something different, or I should tweak it, or blah, blah, blah. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I try to explain it as well as I could. It's sometimes hard because it makes really good sense in my head, and then I actually try to do a video on it, and I think to myself, I don't know if this makes actual sense. But I hope this makes sense to you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, please do let me know. And if you guys have any topics or things that are about yourself that are quirks that annoy you, or any INFJ things that you want, clarification on, let me know, and maybe I'll do a video on it. Yeah. I hope that you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. If you guys want to join my team, you can go to patreon.com/boomshaka. Talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.